I was working on a small film, and I was told there would be a stunt coordinator because I was doing some stunts. And we were shooting on the first day. Stunt coordinator wasn't due to the second day of shooting. And on the first day of shooting, the director asked me to just do this little minor stunt. I said, well, where's the stunt coordinator? He said, oh, he's here tomorrow for the big stunts, but don't worry, it's nothing, it's safe.
This is a union or non-union?
Black eye.
No, union, because you only do union. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
So you got a black eye, you said?
Yeah, I got a massive.
This was a union shoot too, correct? Because you just do union
on the first day of the shoot.
Right. Yeah.
And so we had to shoot some things out of order because of that. I had to wear an eye patch for a while, and
yeah.
It was that's an obstacle. I'm of the "it's a wonderful life" mindset, quite honestly. I'm very blessed and fortunate with all of the things that I have in my life. I've had a very lovely career. I've got several movies out there right now that anyone can watch. I've done wonderful equity stage roles. I've been offered massive, just fantastic. I've had the opportunity to play Atticus Finch in To Kill a Mockingbird, to play Lieutenant Nathan Roy Jessup in A Few Good Men, to play Salieri in Amadeus, to play Val. So I've had the opportunity, the blessings of just learning these fantastic roles and getting to be these different amazing people. I've got a wonderful family and a wonderful family life. I'm a very blessed and fortunate person. I don't think I would magically go back and do anything to change it.
Yeah, you are blessed. You live. I mean, I know that there's been struggles, as we both talk about. We all have to make a living, and that can be challenging at different times.
Indeed, yes.
But what do you kind of touched on it a little bit, but I'll ask you, what do you enjoy most about acting? What keeps you going, and what actors inspire you?
Wow, cool questions. What keeps me going most about acting is I love it. I love finding nuances in a performance. I love finding a character who's very different than me and finding a way to make him mine. I love telling a story, especially a good story. If a script excites me, I just love being able to help bring that script and that story to life. What actors inspire me? There's always the standard answers, De Niro, of course, and Christopher Walken, and God, there's a million actors who I look at their work and I go, there's an actor who truly understands the craft and knows how to craft a moment. Billy Crystal, Robin Williams. Oh, well, yes. An actor who absolutely inspired me recently is the actor I worked with in the feature film I just shot. The lead actor I worked with. Yeah, I guess I can say his name is Edem Atsu Swansea. Who also goes by Chris Atsu Swansea, but Edem is his preferred name. He's an astounding actor who it was a privilege and an honor to work against, to work with, to work across from. Michael Ironside, who I got a chance to work with. And Michael Ironside was, I presume you know who Michael Ironside is. And for those who don't, he's a very, very famous character actor who has been doing the villains in so many pieces. He's Starship Troopers. He started in Scanners as the bad guy. Starship Troopers. He was the guy, the hard-nosed sergeant who ends up going back to be a private so he can go and fight in the war and then gets killed by the bugs. He's always plays these mean. He was in Top Gun as the hard-ass flight controller. So he's a wonderful actor who always plays his mean roles. I was offered the role in Patient 7 to work against him, and I was terrified because this guy has such an on-screen presence of just like, right. I thought this man is going to terrify me on set. He's going to just eat me up. And instead, he turned out to be the most wonderful, loving, giving actor I think I have ever worked with, except maybe Adam. He was just, he he wasn't self-interested. He was more interested in the project and making sure the project was good, that what his work was doing was for the project. And he was interested in you as another actor. There was a moment where I was doing the same beat kind of over and over again because the director wanted me to give him several takes. And Michael, when we were on a break between setups, Michael said, "Hey, you've done this really great thing where you started the scene coming from down to up and then giving the answer. And it was really great. It was really solid, but you really should try reversing that and coming from up to down. Just bring your head up, look up at something, and then bring your face back down to camera. Try that. I think that you might get something else." So he was that kind of giving actor. So very inspiring.
Cool. How about from some of the younger actors that you've worked with? Have you gotten any tips on, well, I won't say tips is the right word, but what to do, or what kind of, maybe something they brought to the table that, or maybe something that told you never do that? I mean, just from younger actors, it might be have less experience than you, but still you learned something from them.
Well, I worked with this wonderful young actress, Tessa Espinola, on The Lurking Man. She was the sweetest, most charming little one I think I've ever worked with. And she just brought such energy and love to every moment that she was on screen, and when she was on screen with me, and that just it enthused me. So her enthusiasm was very catching, and it brought a lot of the child out in me in that performance. And I look at that performance of myself, and I see a lot of the child in me, and I think a lot of that was due to Tess.
Over the span of your career, I know you've done both large as well as small roles. I know it's bigger roles now, but there were times, I'm sure, where it was just a line or two. And how do you differentiate yourself? I mean, I suppose the line is right over that way, sir. How do you differentiate yourself from the other 200 or whatever people that?
Two things. First of all, I still do small roles all the time, especially in feature films. I literally just shot 2 feature films last year, one called First Oscar, and one called, it's now called The Right Mom, was originally called The Who's Child. Those are both pretty small roles.
No, they're supporting.
They're supporting, but they're small. They're not leads. They're not supporting. They're really 2-3 lines, honestly. So. Okay, thank you. My agent is telling me no, that they're supporting, and I shouldn't say that. Anyway, so there's with very little text. Just had 2 lines or 3 lines, and so I still do roles like that. And today I had an audition. I can't say for what project or give you an example, but it was a 1 line, literally one very short line composed of 4 words, so I wanted to deliver it in a couple of different ways. I did it very simple, matter of fact. I did it very kind of nervousy, jittery. And so I just tried to find different ways to give them, since it's 1 line.
Self-tape or were you in the office?
Self-tape. It's all self-tape now, Mark.
Yeah, okay.
It's all self-tape now. I can't remember the last time I went to the office. I did go for a commercial audition over at Dan Bell's casting a month and a half ago, 2 months ago. That is literally the first in-person audition I have had, including callbacks, because all my callbacks have been Zooms. That's the first one I've had in, 2 years. So it's all self-tape.